truly a hack and really what helped me to really know that I'm not crazy. That is nothing wrong with me. I think that all of us walk thinking that is the way we are is not what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be this polished version of whatever society, our parents, media that is pumping in our head makes us believe we need to be.
Welcome to the Effortlessly Abundant Life podcast. I'm Natalia, a certified hypnotherapist and a mindset shifter. Not too long ago, I was a broke, burned out, multi-passionate single woman to now making six figures effortlessly, marrying the love of my life and attracting what I want by using my unique bridge method. I'm here to help you achieve the results you want in any area of your life by owning your true unique self with less doing, less stress, and definitely less effort. Now let's jump to today's episode in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, my loves, and welcome to another episode of Effortlessly Abundant Life podcast. How was your weekend? Oh, what a week we had last week. If you remember, now it's already old news, but we had the Hurricane Milton right after Helene, which is so interesting because, I have friends and I have clients actually in Florida and people that I know. And I've been coaching through multiple people trying to really navigate and teach my clients in real time how powerful their intentions, their intuition, and their energy is. Because as you can see, from what was supposed to be in the level 5 decreased as it was approaching to Florida to level 2. And what happened was true miracle. And let's just put it that way. It was directed towards a particular place that was flooded. And but overall, other than obviously injuries and floods and something that you would expect but nothing major happened, which we're so grateful. And that is an evidence, guys. That is the evidence that your mind, your power, your energy, your intention, your focus is more powerful than anything. And we've been taught that we are at the mercy of everything that is happening to us. We have no control of what's happening to us. We just need to kind of like sit there and wait and hope for the best, prepare for the worst. But the truth is, you can shift and change everything and anything in your life using the power of your beautiful brain and your soul and your energy. So it was interesting. So I was actually doing energy shielding for my clients that live there and people that I know there. I was doing some shielding towards their building, towards the house. And I was actually really kind of using my visualization and other tools that I'm using to really navigate the storm. And more than ever, is to trust and believe that everything happens and everything will work out for the best possible way, even though the media, the news were pumping fear. If you remember, everything was so, how would I say, dramatized to new levels, which it's understandable, but we're moving out of the matrix. We know that the truth is what we perceive the truth is, and we're not listening to the news anymore. We're not being kind of victims of these scary scenarios that they're trying to pump into our brain and try to get our nervous system to shut down and not able to really own into our own power and just kind of like survive. It's really important, specifically in these times, to really remember how powerful you truly are. How powerful you truly are. So, if anything, my clients learned so much from this incident. They gained so much more confidence, so much more trust, so much more, only when you go through very kind of radical situation and you see how you've been able to actually not you see like your power not being pulled away from you, and you actually controlling the situation, controlling your energy, really owning into your energy, and also using the energetic tools that I'm doing to really make sure that everything is going towards whatever it is that is actually good. And it's a massive lesson. It's a massive lesson. So as you know, October is going to be hot, and it's still going hot. We're in the middle of it, but there's so much more to come, as you know. But I'm here to remind you, no matter what's happening, no matter what is going to happen, you always have the ability to control any type of situation, of how you're perceiving it, and how you're navigating it. So that's just a reminder. And today is the last day of the break the matrix, the 3-day event that I was hosting a couple of weeks ago. And today is the last and third day of that training. I'm giving you a sneak peek. If you want to listen to the full training, where we're going to dive into human design and also how to use your intuition to make any decision in your life, I think it's such an important training. If you are interested to hear more about it, today is the last day to actually be able to get access to the full training, because tomorrow we're starting the signature program of 12 weeks, Break the Matrix and Break Free, which is, I can't even put into words how this whole journey for 12 weeks is going to change your life. Because when you understand that your life, the current life that you're living right now, is a true assimilation of your beliefs, of your thoughts, of your past traumas, of your even past lives. There's so much of what reality and the reality you perceive is. And when you start to understand that you are the projector of your life, and you can change, and you can truly heal, and take all the things that, and peel all the things that you think you are, that was determined by the society, determined by your parents, determined by even yourself, things that are no longer serving you, and using powerful tools, subconscious tools, such as hypnosis, such as my bridge method that I use in this program, to really tackle your subconscious brain that is in charge of 97% of your reality. It's insane. So it's not going to help you to just go off grid if you want to live a life of peace, of freedom, and abundance, and just kind of either buy houses and flip them, right? Or do crypto, whatever you into right now. The people tell you like, oh, that's going to buy you freedom, while you are literally sitting there in front of the computer all day long trying to sell and buy, or you're going crazy with all the things that come with being in real estate and flipping, and whatever that is that you want. And you truly want a life of inner freedom, inner abundance, inner peace that is not determined by anything external. And that is how you can truly gain that, by truly mastering your inner mind, your inner game, your inner soul. And that is what I'm walking you through those 12 weeks, week by week, module by module. I'm going to walk you step by step to shedding off all your limited beliefs and create a life of true freedom, of true, not only success that looks successful from the outside, but truly feels like your authentic life, that it feels like you're going to be proud to say that you live this kind of life, that you are feeling that you can do anything you want during the day, you can have anything you want. And it's just I literally poured everything that I have in this program, everything that I know, everything that helped me to gain multiple six figures, meeting the love of my life, creating the family that I wanted, to create the purpose that I wanted, to create the opportunities that I wanted, to travel, all the things that I have right now, from somebody who was born in Belarus that didn't have absolutely nothing. I lived in communist times where I literally stood in line to get a piece of bread or just sugar or milk, and having a life that now I am so blessed to have. But it was one choice at a time. It was one step at a time. It was me being super conscious and aware of all the things that were instilled in me, and really be intuitively also guided how to create a life that it works for me. And everybody has their kind of a way of what this kind of life of dream life looks for them. And one size doesn't fit all. And this program is going to help you to get super clear of that vision, and also going to give you the tools, and not just give you the tools like you understand them. It's going to actually going to help you shed all your traumas and all the limited beliefs that were holding you back through my unique bridge method, and walk you through in 12 weeks to creating a life that you're not going to recognize. So all the details are in the show notes. Sorry, I can talk about it all day long. And we're starting live tomorrow. So today's truly, you have 24 hours to sign up. So no pressure. But if you are missed the call, if you are listening to this after, just know I'm not sure where I'm going to open next time, but definitely be in the lookout and follow me on Effortlessly Abundant Life on Instagram, or just sign up for my newsletter where you're going to get all the information. And with that, guys, let's jump and dive into the third day of Wake the Matrix. Today we are going to do some really cool things, and I really like, this is my favorite training. We're going to talk about human design, speaking of being ourselves, and we're going to talk about intuition and how you can start learning to listen to your intuition and use it, because that is the missing part that a lot of people don't understand, like how their intuition is truly the best kept secret. If you want to blow up your business, if you want to have better relationship, if you want to heal your health, if you want to have the life of your dreams, all the answers are within you. We know that, but yet we don't really know how to listen to it. Like, how do I know it's not like my head making up this stuff? How do I know what is intuition? How does that sound like? How do I listen to it? We're really going to start talking about it today and practicing that. So it's really, 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 really cool. And I asked you guys yesterday to go on to the website on Google, and type on the search bar human design chart free. And probably you had like multiple websites, and obviously there's no wrong or right. All of them are great. The one that I like to use, it's, where is that? It's the Jovian archive. That's the one I use with my clients. But any type of website is fabulous for that. So if you didn't do that so yet, I'm going to drop in the chat the link. All you're gonna do is insert your name, your date of birth, time, exact time. If you don't remember exactly, do your best educated guess. And by me talking about your energy type and all the things that I'm going to share with you, you're going to be able to see if that's actually makes sense. If not, we can find a different time to really figure out how to tap into exact time. Which, by the way, your intuition can be very, very helpful, because if you start to listen to your intuition knows. It's pretty wild. And then your date of birth and city. And when you put it on, it's going to give you this really cool graph. And I'm going to talk to you today exactly what does it mean, what it is, like energy type, and what does it mean. It's truly a hack, and really what helped me to really know that I'm not crazy. That is nothing wrong with me. I think that all of us walk thinking that is the way we are is not what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be this polished version of whatever society, our parents, media that is pumping in our head makes us believe we need to be. And when I got into human design, I don't even remember, but it was such a like a relief, of fresh breath air, like just knowing that, oh my God, I don't need to stick to one thing. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to go through the energy types. Like, I don't need to be like doing one thing, because I felt like I'm going to go crazy if I'm going to do one thing. And I felt by me trying to like be more consistent and just follow the one path and just be married to it, and just like, as my parents told me, like, just stick to one thing and commit to it till the end. And I was like, I feel like I'm about to die, because that's not my nature. My nature is doing a lot of different things at the same time. If you probably like people that know me, like They think like, how you have time? Because I'm an opera singer, right? I sing, and then I teach voice, and then I do coaching, and then I'm a mom, and I'm a wife, and I do construction, I do sales, I do all the things that I love to do. And I don't like to have just one title, one thing that I like to that I'm doing, because it's not who I am. I'm so much more than that, and I'm multifaceted. So that gave me that permission slip that I really needed to free myself. So it really helped me to go from stick it to one genre, for instance, being an opera singer, right? I felt like I'm like, it's so boring to me. I'm like, okay, great. I'm doing another aria, I'm doing another role, fantastic. But something about it, it was very strict because the way you do opera, it's you gotta do it in the way the conductor wants you to do it, or your coach, or whatever is your mentor, right? And there's beautiful things you're learning at the beginning, but then as an artist, where's the expression? Where is the creativity? Where's the all the things that like I wanted, right? And I felt stricted doing opera. But when I gave myself the permission slip to kind of go and color outside of the lines and try to incorporate pop, opera, rock all together with my partner Gilad, with Voce Nova, that's what it was really, 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 really fun. And that's what got us into America's Got Talent. So it's worth it for you to be who you are. And same thing with me pursuing even like vocal coaching. I was just a not just, but I was a vocal coach, and I was really good at it. I'm still good at it. I'm still have my students that I love them to death. And they don't want to leave me. And I'm like, I love you. I can't see you leave me too. And we're just in this together. But the way I did vocal coaching, I incorporated the psychology, I incorporated the subconscious rewiring into the vocal coaching, because truly the voice is a very small component of your vocal success. It's really what's happening here and what you believe about your voice, about your technique, and about the expression of the song, of what it is that you do. And when I felt suffocated again, that's when I know, uh-oh, it's no longer for me. And that's when I opened myself to the mindset coaching, hypnotherapy, and doing this kind of work. It's really what's exciting me for me right now, is really, really, really helping humanity to free themselves up from the matrix that they created for themselves and they've been born into, right? So no further ado, let's share the screen. So if you wonder into yourself, what is human design? Is truly the most scientific way to explain your unique energy. It's, as you can see, if you have your map in front of you, it's your energy map, right? You see 9 centers. They have different shapes. Some of them are square, some of them are diamond shape, different color. You see the channel, some of them colored in, some of them not. Don't worry about that. Don't let that confuse you. What we really want to look at and we're going to talk about is your energy type. But what the hell is human design and who created this? So this wonderful, wonderful guy named Rahuru Huruhu, that's not his original name, but we're going to call him that because that's what he wanted to be called. And what he did beautifully, he had the synthesis between ancient modern sciences such as astrology, numerology, Kabbalah, I Ching, Hindu, and Brahim chakra system and quantum physics, all mixed in this genius way. Now, he didn't do it intentionally. It was literally channeled through him in the 1980s. So what it is, it's so he came from Canada and he was into arts and he was actually in advertising. And in 1983, he left his home country and he started traveling to Ibiza and kind of like, you know, finding himself that he wanted to disconnect and really connect to nature and to the nature cycles. And in January 1983, he experienced a high force a higher force, that's what he calls it, encounter that gave birth of human design is literally been channeled to him in 8 days straight. Okay, no sleeping, no eating. He was just like writing and really capturing all this knowledge that came through him. And after years of perfecting and testing his own system, the human design system was spread around the world. And everybody knows what human design now. If you don't know, it's okay, but now you know. It's very, very I believe it's better than astrology. I believe it's better than numerology because it combines more holistically of all those beautiful tools that kind of make this beautiful new way of looking at energy, which is you can't just look at from one side, right? It's a more complex um system, right? And one of my favorite quotes that he says is if you allow someone to be who they are and they allow you to be who they are, then that is love. Anything else is torture. And that is exactly what I kind of share with you when I felt like me being not myself, it was literally torture. It was literally feeling like I it's just you know what I'm talking about because if you're here and you want to escape the matrix and you want to break the matrix and you want to break free, you know what does it feel like to go to a job where you've been doing it for years and years and years. And I just had a conversation with a client and he told me, listen, I'm like been doing this property management for 11 freaking years. I'm done. Like I just feel like my soul is just like I'm doing the same thing, answering the same clients, doing the same thing every day. I'm just there's no stimulation, there's no creativity, there's no expansion. Like what the hell? And that is very common right now. So if you feel that, that means that your soul came here specifically in this time to serve, to evolve, to do something beyond the 3D, beyond the very practical way of living. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be broke. That is not true spirituality. That also, I see on the other side where I see a lot of spiritual people, they're honoring the fact that they sacrifice their wealth and their abundance because they think they're more spiritual that way. That is for me is BS because you still live in a place in the world where you need money. We still need money. Money is not bad is it's just a tool. Everything is just a tool. AI is not bad. What is bad is when it's in the hands of people that are not good people, or what we talked about, the dark forces that are using it for their purposes. But if you can take this tool that's called money and create and make it something that is going to help humanity, absolutely. And the more money you have, the more tools you have, the more options you have. But you're not a slave to the money. The money is a masculine energy. We're going to talk about it more in the program of Break the Matrix and Break Free. We're going to talk about it later today. You're going to get all the details. But basically, the money energy is a masculine energy. So when we understand that, you can't go masculine, right? If you go masculine, what's happening? The bump head. Somebody has to be the feminine, has to be the receiver. So if you want to actually get more money in your life, it's not working harder. It's not pushing harder. Yeah, you can do that, but you want true abundance and true wealth, let the freaking go and open yourself up to more abundance than you can ever freaking imagine. But you got to be a match to it. You got to accept it and be surrendering to it and trust it. Exactly when you have a relationship, if you don't trust your man, if you're checking on them every fucking second and you're like, where are you? What you doing? What you doing? Nobody wants to be in that type of relationship. Same thing with money. Do you really trust me that I'm going to show up for you? Yes. That's when you actually have good relationship with money. I don't know how I got there, but here we are. So let's talk about energy type. You're going to see it on top of your chart. You're going to see energy type. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy types. We have manifestor, generator, manifesting generator, and projector and reflector. We're going to just actually focus on three energy types because they are the most common ones. But if you want a personal reading from me to really dive deep into your human design chart and really understand like what is going on, what like going deeper and really understand it, you can book a call with me and everything is in my website. Or just DM me at Effortlessly Abundant Life. As you can see, it's right here, and we can DM and schedule a call and do this. It's truly worth every second and any amount of money because it's truly going to give you so much clarity. And I really want to give you guys kind of like an introduction of that. Okay. So, what is your energy type? It is determined by the combination of defined and undefined energy centers. So, you see here, everything is white, it's not colored in. So, it's considered to be undefined. Defined is if you see them colored in. Okay. So, it will give you clarity in how you're best meant to exchange energy with the universe. More specifically, managing your unique levels of physical and mental energy, getting into alignment when you're out of alignment, and how and when you're best interact with others, which is everything, right? So if you don't resonate with your energy type, either you have the wrong birthday or birth date, like birth time, excuse me, or you live deeply in your mask, what we talked about in the matrix, where you don't even know who you are. So we're gonna help you with that. Okay. Okay, let's dive right into the first one. My manifestors, they're not as um common because only 9% of population is actually manifestors. But what's interesting, they're very, very powerful. There are the leaders, okay? And guess who is so okay, if I'm just gonna say it. So Rahu, the one who created human design, he's actually a manifester. You are the visionaries, right? You have big, actually the biggest aura out of all the energy types. So for you to dim your light and not embrace your bigness is truly the service for humanity, literally. And as I said, you energetically, you don't need to do anything. You're simply born a leader. Okay. So, what's important for you is to really understand and really owning that role and give yourself the self validation. Not wait for people to give you the validation, actually create it for yourself. Why? Because you need to watch yesterday's training where we talked about the most important law that changed my life that is going to really, really help you because you cannot manifest anything from external. It doesn't work this way. That's not how the universe like laws actually work. So you're supposed to initiate things in the world, movements, set things in motion, innovate and create. Exactly what happened with human design, right? And you don't love being told what to do. So as you can see, you're born to be an entrepreneur, you're born to be a leader and your own boss. You enjoy being alone. You love doing what makes you happy and just having fun, right? Living in your design as a manifestor is to listen and act when your intuition hits and urges within you. All right. That is why I'm really giving you today also the intuition 101 because as you're going to see, it's going to be a common thread for all of the energy types. If you're not listening to your intuition, it's going to be very, very hard for you to navigate life. All right. Um, less planning less planning. You're not going to be successful if your calendar is going to be like back to back to back to back. It's not best use of your time and your energy. You need more space. You need more space so you have room for your intuition to come through and guide you. If you are just busy running from meeting to job, to do, and you don't have room, how you want your creativity, those like $1 million ideas and the things that's like just imagine if he was so busy in his work and he would not carve time to go to Ibiza and just be in silence and be in nature, right? Have just all this time. He would not bring to humanity human design, which for me was a lifesaver. So just think about that. When you think you're productive by just being busy, that's not productive, right? We want to shift this belief and understand that it's not how much we do, is the potency of whatever it is that we do, right? It's not work harder, it's work smarter. All right. Then your energy is actually not consistent. Although you have a lot of energy, it doesn't mean that it needs to be consistent doing. All right. So the main thing is to act on your energetic bursts. You a sprinter, you're not a marathon runner, okay? And give yourself time to rest after. So it's almost like you lifted this heavy weight and now you're taking 30 minutes or whatever, a minute, 30 minutes, 30 seconds or a minute of rest, right? That's how you work best. If you, as I said, and we're going to talk about it, if you're just going to judge yourself and your productivity and what do you think about yourself and how you validate yourself through being consistent, because that's the matrix wants. The matrix wants good slaves. The matrix wants good workers. They're going to work from certain time to certain times for certain hours for a certain length because it's predictable. It's make them consistent money. It's not been built for people that has these like 2 hours of bursts of energy and they like produce so much and then they rest. And when they rest, they feel the guilty because it's not common. We don't really see it. It's like 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 9. We don't really see, oh, I work here and then I go there. And I work here and I then take a rest. Like that's not normal in our world, which it should be, right? So the main tip that I want to give you to really start looking and to start reprogramming is to worrying about how you're impacting others. Okay. Focus on that. Leading through not selfish intentions or manipulation. And definitely owning your leadership skills. Okay. It's so important because if you are going to come from a place of egoic, feeling important, looking for that validation from other people, that's just your ego, right? That is not you being a channel for something bigger than you to come through and serve humanity. So just really, really own that, okay? Own that you are the conduit for the leaders of this world, especially now. We need you. We need new technology. We need new stuff. We need new ideas and movements and all the things that you can bring in this new world. So by you not honoring your energy type, again, you're doing a disservice for all of us. All right. Generators. If I had drums, you will hear them. So you guys make up, you're the most popular one, all right? 37% of population, which is really, really cool. My husband is a generator. And you have a huge, huge stores of energy, okay? So it's important for you, although you have a lot of energy, doesn't mean that you need to do everything and just do boring things. No, it's actually important to utilize that quantity of energy to do something you actually love that will not feel like, so you're not burning out so quickly, okay? You like and you love mastering things and work really methodically, okay? You don't like the surface. You really want to go deep. And for each generator is different, right? For each one has like my husband loves cars. Like he loves cars, specifically classic cars, especially Challenger 69. Like that is a dream car. He knows every little detail and he thinks it's normal, right? He thinks like, oh, everybody knows that. It's like, babe, no, nobody knows that. Really the only one. That's why you can see how much he's letting up just like working on a car, getting the parts, like he knows all the details. And it's just amazing to see that because his light, his excitement is actually fueling me and everybody around him, right? So it's not selfish, it's actually beneficial to all of us. So as a generator, your job is to actually uplift, uplift other people by doing what lights you up. So all other energy types, energies are amplified when you are lit up, as I was just explaining to you. So you need, my love, to be selfish. And I'm sometimes, so my husband, I'm a coach. But I don't think you should coach your spouse, right? I am more of like, he's like, "Oh, baby, you sure? Can I go with my friends and do this?" It's like, "Are you kidding? Please go. I want you to go. I want you to go to the car shows. I want you to go to the whatever with his friends and cigars, whatever he's into, because I know if he's gonna do things that light him up, it's going to also, it makes me happy, truly, truly, truly. So really understand that doing something that is not sounds practical or sounds like, I don't know, but the fact that you just lit up by that is enough for you to honor that and truly persuade it. Again, it's the matrix drilled in our head. If you're not productive, if you're not making money off it, if it's not all these things that they think that we need to do, what's the point? But that's what life is all about, is juiciness, is the creativity, is all the things that we're getting and the passion that we're getting that makes us feel freaking alive by doing things that we just love, just because we love them. All right. And we don't need to monetize it immediately. So you actually rule by your sacral center, which again is connected to the creativity, the desire, and the life force, that passion that we just talked about. And that means that you have a very physical reaction to things. So by listening to your gut, again, your sacral center, the universe guides you to your perfect path. Okay. So we're going to talk about how to ask yes or no questions, and it's going to really, really help you, because by you asking yes or no questions, you can again tap into your infinite wisdom that is in you, that will direct you to the perfect path. Think about it like a GPS that has all the roads calculated, that he knows like what's the best route for you, right? Without the traffic, without the bullshit, like just getting to where you need to go, the fastest and the most flowing way. Would you do that? Absolutely. But you need to learn how to use that navigation. So for you, my loves, the main definition tip for you is actually to be careful to say yes to everything. Because again, we've been trained to be a pleaser. And we talked about yesterday why that is like a big no-no, right? So be okay to say no. Be okay to say the things that don't light you up, and just move away from things that don't make you happy, right? You have a tendency to people pleasing and putting others' needs first. So again, it's okay to do nothing also when nothing excites you. It's okay to be still, recharge, and move faster when you're actually excited about something. And I've had this, and we're going to talk about the next energy type because we're very similar. And I always knew what I wanted, always had like a very clear vision of what I wanted. And then I didn't know what I wanted. And I was like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like, everything felt like blah. I didn't want to do anything. It's like, oh, I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. And I was like, oh my God, like what's wrong with me? But what was that? It was just the fact that I was so burned out. I burned my sacral, the passion center, by saying yes to a lot of things, by running on literally on empty, like full gas on neutral, right? Just going, 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 and just burn the engine. And that was just like, I I was so tired that it took me a while, like almost some, I don't remember, like a good solid like 8 months of just being in that really yucky place of like, I don't want to do anything. And by me understanding that that is why it's happening, and honoring that, and nothing again that something is wrong with me, and knowing that I don't miss on anything. What needs to come to me will come to me or through me. And I need to honor the fact that I need to relax and recharge. and the next burst of energy will come, and the ideas and everything came back like times bazillion. Okay. But lesson learned, I'm not going to drive myself to that position where I'm completely exhausted and overburnt. That is something that I know, I feel it, and I'm like, oh, getting off the pedal. I know exactly the feeling right before, and I'm listening to my body and honoring that. Okay, manifesting generators. That's me. I'm a manifesting generator. By the way, Britney Spears is also a manifesting generator. I always felt that we have a bond. But similarly to the generators, we're actually also pretty popular with 33% of population. And the cool thing, we are a hybrid of two energy types, the manifester and the generator. So if you feel like you have bipolar um condition, you probably that's what it is. No, I'm kidding. It's not. But you really meant to do what lights you up. Period. End of story. If I can sum it up all for you in this one sentence, do what lights you up. Okay. You're not meant to be linear, my love. You're not meant to work 9 to 5 for the rest of your freaking life. That is completely like death sense for you. Okay. And you're here to pursue many, 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 many different interests and things that light you up. As in a generator, you light other people, but you following what excites you. So you're really here to show the rest of the world that it's possible to do it all, okay? And it's safe for you to follow what's excites for you. And similar to generators, you're actually meant to follow your gut reactions. So by following what interests you, the universe is moving you towards your purpose. Okay. So you're also spontaneous and playful, in which you should honor. So give yourself the space and flexibility to act to these nudges. And since you hold both manifestors and generator energy, you need to take time to decide on things and commit to things. Okay, that's a big one. So, as a manifesting generator, it's like you can be super high highs, like, yes, yes, let's go to this event. And I'm so into it. Like at that moment, it feels so right. And then the next day is like, oh God, why did I commit to this? I don't want to be there. I don't want to do this. And it happened to me a lot. Again, it's that generator thing where you commit to many things or you say yes to a lot of things. So I honor and I always say, let me check my schedule. Let me see what's happening. And I'm checking back with myself, or depends on how big the decision is, right? But if it's something like quick, usually the next day I kind of know, I sleep on it and I kind of know if it's a really a hell yes or not. Um, so your sacral generates tons of energy that makes you powerhouse, but similar to the generator, it's for the things that light you up. All right. So your energy is not consistent like the manifester. So it's important to meet yourself where you are energetically and not force yourself to be consistent. Perfect example today. I felt today down. All right. And maybe you see me like I'm because I love this, by the way. This is like my favorite thing to do in the world is teach. But I woke up today like low energy. I supposed to have like a couple of meetings and like 3 meetings, and one of them got canceled. I was like, and I just like, didn't feel the vibe. And I was like, you know what? Instead of me pushing myself, I'm going to honor that and I'm going to be productive, but I'm going to do what feels better for me today. Like be more like do computer work, call people, do like something a little bit more chill and now like physical going out there. And again, but you honoring that and listening to your body again, it was so beneficial because I actually close more in terms of work and I didn't feel like I'm burned out and I had all the energy for today to see you guys. So honor the fact that you're not a machine, okay? Please. If you have to channel define from the so if you have a channel that is defined, okay, from the sacral to the throat, you have more manifestor energy that allows you to act more on your impulses and initiate. So again, this is something that I'm going to do in the reading. I'm going to show you exactly what are you more, the manifestor, the generator, but But you knowing yourself, but you tuning into your intuition, you're going to know. All right. You're going to feel it. What are you more? And sometimes there's seasons where you feel like more generator. There's seasons when you're more manifestors. All right. So let's talk about how we can kind of decondition some of the common things I see in manifesting generators. It's okay to take time to make decisions. Exactly what I told you. Like, really honor the fact that your hell yes could change. And don't commit yourself because you're going to hate it and you're going to beat yourself down, right? Living in New York City, you get the best like background noises. People pleasing, same thing. The way you are designed to light others up is by doing what lights you up, my dear. Okay. A lot of people are not going to understand why are you changing careers. For instance, when I went to college, which completely for me, looking back, was a waste of time. Obviously, there's no, everything is aligned and everything was meant to be. But with what I know now and truly understanding the education system, I will not spend money, time, and energy for 7 freaking years on top of my, high school and elementary school and all the things that I did before that. Um, and truly kind of not using this time because I went for to be an educator, right? Thinking I want to be a teacher. And I remember when I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm starting this sales job in a construction company. She's like, what are you doing? You just moved to New York by yourself to become a teacher. And I became actually a music director in my school. Not the highest paying job, but it's like, it's a job, right? I was like, Mom, I can't do this. Like, I just, after 4 years of doing that, I just couldn't do that anymore. And I had to honor it. And I had to like go with my gut. And thank God I did that. Because if I didn't do that, I would not be the person I am today. Okay. So another thing that is terrible for you, my loves, is sticking to one thing. So you're actually meant to move from thing to thing and truly master few things. Okay. Don't jump too much, but master like the three main things that really light you up and allow yourself to play and make hobbies, right? And do your like passion projects, not because you need to, just because you want to. And again, the most important thing is also allow yourself to stop doing things that don't light you up and stop beating yourself up for it and telling yourself that something is wrong with you because you're not quote unquote consistent, because that's not the truth.